Considering the length of the form, it's quite long, so I decided to split it into 3 parts. As I promised before from my previous blog that I'm gonna share to you how I did my online application UK spouse visa process. Hey guys, I'm Marissa. So as I promised from my previous blog about UK visa process, in today's video, we were diving into that online application form. But before that, I need to split it into 3 parts considering the length of the form. It's pretty long. For now, I'm gonna give you the part one, which is how to set up, and also the second is the application, which is you need to provide all your details, you and your husband. So get started.
Have to go to the official website of the UK government, which is the www.gov.uk. And then in the search bar, you can just type family visa. We are applying for a spouse, so you can click the link right here and you can scroll down until you see how to apply header. But before that, I just want to show you the overview of this family visa apply and extend the content. The financial requirement is there. And if you have children, you can click what are those requirements and then knowledge of English. And then after you apply, so you can see that what needed, apply as a partner or spouse, and then what you need to prove. Apply. So since I'm outside the UK, I will click that apply online from outside the UK. To confirm your visa type, of course, partner, next, and then select a country to provide your biometric. So since I am resident in Qatar before, I will type here Qatar, next. Check the available visa application center, and then you can click that here, Visa Global. You can find all VAC location by checking the Find Visa Application Center page on Gov UK right here. We'll see Qatar. See that there. Make sure that um, I can send all the documents from here. So that's the one. And you can go back to your application here. Identify the location where you will submit. It says here my application, provide my biometrics. So I click there, then next. Apply to enter the UK as a partner. How long you can stay. And before you start, how to apply. This is the steps. First, we need to go the application form in English. We need to complete that, which is we're doing it right now. The visa fee, health surcharge, the biometric, which is I went to Qatar, and my tuberculosis test, which is I did in Armenia, and provide your passport. Yes, I have it, e-visa. So let's click this apply now. First, we need register an email so that you can log in back again to your application once you did not complete this application form. So we can put here test. You can put our email ad, then you can put the password. And then save and continue. Acting by you by email. Who does this email belongs to you? Of course, mom. And save and continue. Additional email. Say click no. Your telephone number. So include your international number. So we'll just put time outside the UK. So my mobile telephone number, save and continue. Do you have other telephone numbers? No. Continue. Contacting you by telephone. Are you able to be contacted by telephones? Call and text message, right? Train and save and continue. Is this address also your first time address? Yes. About this property, how long you live at this address? So let's say 10, then ownership status of your home. Card. So we have identity card in Qatar. You need to put the card number, showing authority. Once you have in the Philippines, you can put it also. Guys, it's mandatory. Save and continue. Your nationality, birth, place of birth, which is it's really needed according to your passport, all the details that you input there. And then date of your birth, continue. Your passport, can you provide valid? Yes. And then your passport number. Issuing authority, since my passport issued by Philippine Embassy Doha, you can put PE Doha, meaning Philippine Embassy, and then the issue date will be, and then say continue. Your other nationalities, if you have currently hold or have you ever held any other nationality, you can say yes. But since I don't have, you say no. So you have immigration status, so 2011. Put here, continue. Your planned travel information, we'll just put a date. Let's say this here. Save and continue. Languages you speak. You can write here. And then you can add the language. Another language. Save and continue. Spoken language reference. Course English. English language exemption. Are you exempt from the English language requirement? No. We have agreed taught in English. Well, I am a bachelor degree in the Philippines, but I would rather to say no because I do my test. So English language test, which is have you passed unapproved English language test, which is yes. Children, do you have dependent children? Give details about your first parent. Give details about two of your parents. So what if you don't have my parents' details? So you can click that link, guys. So what is this person to you? So I'll put my mother, date of birth, give details about another parent. So let's say my father, and date of birth, You just need to be careful of entering some numbers because it will get error and yep, it will not proceed to the next page. Have they always had the same nationality? Yes, save and continue. Living location. Are you planning to live in Jersey and Isle of Man? No. Where you will live in the UK? Do you know where you will be staying in the UK? Yes. So you need to put. You can find the UK address through this postcode, but you can enter it address manually. So, like sample, mm, save and continue. Details of where you will live in the UK. Is this a home of a family member, friend, or another person? If yes, you need to put the family name. So it's my husband, but if it's no, you can add their different details. So we'll click yes. Given name is, and the person does not have what given name having the relationship to you, the telephone number. And in the UK, you have to input that case. Save and continue. Travel Livilas. Have you been to UK in past 10 years? No. So if you have been issued with UK visa in the past 10 years, so I don't have. If you have, yes, you can put that, but I don't have, so no. Here also, how many times you have visited the following places in past 10 years, so no. World travel history, so have you been to other country? This does not include visit UK, US, Canada. So yes, I've been to other countries, save and continue. You click the yes, it will bring you to the details of your world travel history. This does not include visit to UK, Canada, Australia. So like me, I've been to Qatar. So I'll put the reason why I'm there. And for other countries, I need to put it also. You need to list every single trip in your passport, no matter how small, because you need to submit your passport, old and new passport if you have, and they have access for your travel records. So if you leave anything out, it looks like you're hiding something. So better to make sure all your travel history will be filled up in this online application form. Migration history, either UK, have you ever been refused visa? So no, save and continue. Breach of UK migration law, entered UK legally. Breach of migration laws, so no, save and continue. Evictions and other penalties next. At any time, have you ever had any of the following? So there you have to read it, guys. Careful. Don't be in rush. Just to try to understand every single details in there, any single question. So no, I never had any of this. Save continue. So let's read all the information on this page before answering. So another piece or wartime involves a great no. I have read, save and continue. Up here, terrorist activities, organizations, and views. You must read all the information. Have you ever been involved, supported, encouraged? No. Have you ever been a member of support? There, and you need to click the box positions and views. You must read all the information on this page before answering. So we need to read those guys. No. Have the enemies? No. And just click that box, save and continue. So person of good character. So you must read all these guys. Have you as part of employment, otherwise they can. And then have you ever engaged in other activities might that you may not be considered? No. Is there any other information about your character behavior that make us aware of? So no, continue. Is your employment history? Have you ever worked any of the following types of organization? So you don't have to click, but you need to be careful on that if you're part of it. So I click I have not worked in any the jobs listed above. To the current partner, use your partner's passport to travel document if they have one to complete this section. So this is my sponsor. This is a name, then family name you have to put there, and then the date of birth, country of nationality. So there, do they currently live with you? Since we don't live together, so I put no and the address of my husband and then the town city. So you need to put the right address of your partner, and then United Kingdom, right? We'll be traveling with you to UK, of course, no, and then click save and continue. And then you have to fill not living with my husband. Why do you not live with your partner? So you can put your reason here. And yeah, you have 500 characters, so you can type 500 letters. You need to put all your reason, the exact reason why you're not live together. Have you ever lived with your partner within or outside the UK? I say yes. So you need to provide also when is the date, what is the location when he go to you, and yeah, every when and where you previously lived with your partner. You need to put that every single detail. So you have 500 characters, words, letters that you can write it down here. So save and confirm other marriages or civil partnership. Are you currently married or in a civil partnership with another person? So no. Have you previously been married or in a civil partnership? No. So say your sponsors for your application. So put yes. And then your status. What permission does your sponsor have to be in the UK? So British citizen. So save and continue. Relationship to my husband. Save and continue. Home office reference number. Does Cord now have any reference number? No. Share insurance number of my husband. So like sample there. So save and continue. And then contact details. Provide email ads. So let's say provide telephone number. C plus 44. Passport. Does have a valid passport? Yes. And passport number. Mm, so showing authority date of expiry is date of expiry. So you can confirm provide the passport, you can provide, so you can continue. Your relationship, how you met, yes, and then when did you first met? So when did your first relationship begin? And so you can continue. Meeting with your partner, how often do you usually see and met? So you type, when did you last see? Mm, languages, so English, languages here, and details of your marriage. So date, let's say, were you married, time or city? What type of ceremonies? Did you both attend the marriage in person? Yes. No. Is this arranged marriage? No. Seeking continue. Are you related to? You must confirm you're related to before you become partners. So no. What type of relation do I need to provide details for? So you can click that there. You must tell us if Gordon adopting or parents, siblings, nephews. So no that. We'll see. Then continue. Previous partner, husband, previously married? No. So does have any children? You click no. If they have, so you need to click yes. Shared financial responsibilities. So is it me and my husband? Yes, no, we don't have financial shared responsibilities. Your accommodation in UK is yes. We can continue. Does my husband own this property? Yes. How many bedrooms? So let's say 4. How many other room? The property is 0. Do not include the kitchen and bathroom, so I don't put 0. The residents of this property. Does anyone else other than my husband and their dependents live at this property? No. Have you applied for a fee waiver of this? You say no. Save and continue. So after you fill up all those questions, you need to check your answers if all right. So from there, and you need to cross check every details that you input. Once you see there's a mistake, you can edit that, you can change it right there. You can change every detail. So you need to go through to it, and then you will click continue.
And that's a wrap up for the part one, guys. And please don't miss to watch my part two vlog, which is I will cover the finance and the documents and the declaration in detail. And I hope that you love this, guys. And see you in the part two. Bye. See you next time. Bye.